SCP. Secure, Contain, Protect. SCP is the umbrella term for a community writing project stemming from a 4chan post in a paranormal forum in 2007. The original post was made by an anonymous user who was later identified as Wesley Moto42 Williams. Today, SCP has its own website, with over 7,500 catalogued objects and thousands more short stories. All of these pieces of writing circulate the SCP Foundation, a sort of shadow government organisation that specialises in finding and containing anomalous objects and entities. Their mottos best display this, the main one being the acronym Secure, Contain, Protect. The main one being the acronym Special Containment Procedures, and less known but equally understandable being We Die in the Dark, so you may live in the light. Now, of course this universe spans more than just the SCP Foundation, with many other groups like the Serpent's Hand and the Chaos Insurgency. As a community writing project, it's hard to explain the true expanse of the SCP Wiki, and that is why I'm starting this series. That's right, I'm going to be taking you on a journey through the SCP universe, mainly focusing on the expansive lists of items and entities with an occasional deep dive into a character or a tale. It's truly incredible the quality and quantity of works that are on this site, so let's give them the spotlight. Nearing the end of Groups of Interest now, the Office for Reclamation of Islamic Artifacts, or ORIA, is a paramilitary force answering to the Supreme Leader of Iran. In 1979, the Imperial Iranian government was overthrown by revolutionary forces, and, subsequently, became the Islamic Republic of Iran. All Foundation personnel were expelled as agents of colonialism, and attempts at maintaining a presence were met with failure, with the majority of Foundation personnel either being killed or captured. Despite its name, the group has not limited itself to the pursuit of anomalous objects of Islamic origin, and instead dedicates itself to the collection and utilization of anomalous artifacts throughout the Middle East and Central Asia. Although the group has access to considerable resources, its effectiveness is hobbled by infighting among numerous factions within the organization. Some of these disputes result from philosophical differences, such as the weaponization of anomalous objects, while others seem to be personal in nature. This division of the group seems to be intentional, and it's theorized that it may be this way in order to prevent a certain amount of coming together that could lead to anyone challenging the Supreme Leader. The ORIA is the foremost paranormal organization in the Middle East, and they are considered to be a hostile force, meaning that Foundation personnel are advised to use extreme caution when engaging. The Oniroi Collective is a group where not much information is known whatsoever. However, what we do know is that they are believed to have a collective consciousness of dreaming persons and dream-based entities. Intelligence shows that this group has been documented by other groups of interest, usually with a similar degree to the Foundation's interaction. The collective is apparently capable of contacting even highly isolated entities like Nobody, and their goals, if they have any, are currently unknown. Parawatch is an online web forum of conspiracy theorists, paranormal enthusiasts, and amateur writers, which operates with the intent of compiling and creating short stories around anomalous phenomena. Any actual operation performed by this group is hindered heavily by the geographic spread of the user base and also just any lack of central coordination. Despite the clear link to the paranormal and anomalous, this group seems to be unaware of the Foundation's existence and of the wider anomalous world. This keeps them from endangering the sense of public normalcy, and as of current, the group is being left active as a means of misinforming and misleading other investigations into the anomalous. Prometheus Labs Incorporated was founded in 1892 to research anomalous objects in order to develop new technologies. Over the years, they developed into a multi-international conglomerate, selling advanced and anomalous technologies to governments, militaries, and groups of interest. Throughout this time, Prometheus Labs displayed a normal amount of cooperation with the Foundation in order to protect normalcy, and sometimes even collaborated with them. However, they did refuse to cease their study of anomalies and resisted Foundation oversight. In 1998, after a long period of financial decline, Prometheus Labs conglomerate was dissolved, resulting in the creation of a number of successor companies forming from its subsidiaries. Most of the former projects of Prometheus Labs that are now in containment were recovered during this time, and many of its former employees ended up being hired by the Foundation. Sarkic cults are cults which follow religious and philosophical systems of Sarkicism. This system encompasses a variety of traditions, beliefs, and spiritual practices, and largely bases itself on teachings attributed to the Grand Karkist Ion. Adherents practice ritual cannibalism, human sacrifice, corporeal augmentation, thaumaturgy, and dimensional manipulation. Sarkics are highly secretive, and the general public appears to have no direct knowledge of their existence. Organic manipulation has allowed some Sarkics to achieve anomalous states of being, transcending the physical limitations of baseline humans. Disease is revered by Sarkics, and shrines have been discovered with offerings of swollen lymph nodes and tumorous growths. The cults treat contagions as consecration, and actively seek to ensure their spread. The Foundation divides cults into two strands: Proto-Sarkic and Neo-Sarkic. Proto-Sarkic cults can be found in insular communities throughout Eurasia's most isolated regions, and are generally poor and hostile towards outsiders. In contrast, Neo-Sarkic cults are cosmopolitan, publicly embracing modernity and showing no apparent qualms with technology. Their public lives differ very little from others in their culture and their social status, and primarily come from affluent families, rich in history and scandal. Ultimately, it's believed that the Foundation only knows a fraction of what Sarkicism is and what its followers intend. Based on available information, however, it is speculated that the cult's goals are most likely either an SK-class dominance shift or a XK-class end-of-the-world scenario. The Serpent's Hand is a small and formidable organization responsible for several security breaches. At least 3 different individuals have been encountered, all of which used anomalous items for infiltration purposes. The total number of members in this organization is unknown, as is their level of technology, number of SCPs held, or total level of threat. However, it is clear they are highly coordinated and highly dangerous. One of their leaders is thought to be a figure known as the Little Sister, who is also thought to possibly be the Black Queen. They are considered to be personally responsible for 2 security breaches on Foundation sites, at least. The Foundation currently has very little information about the Serpent's Hand, and almost all known information has been leaked from GOC intelligence. The group seems to embrace the use and existence of paranormal items, and in particular seems to embrace humanoid and sentient SCPs. The Serpent's Hand has been highly vocal in criticizing the containment and destruction of SCPs, especially those which are fully human and are not particularly destructive. The group seems to have unfriendly relations with the Chaos Insurgency and ORIA, and are extremely hostile with the GOC. The only recorded cases of unprovoked violence have been against GOC agents. The Serpent's Hand primarily is based in an anomalous location called the Wanderer's Library, a building accessed through portals found in many different parts of the world. Direct assaults on the library have so far proven unfeasible, even when the entrance could be found. However, Initial intelligence seems to suggest that the Hand has little understanding or control over the place, and attempts to infiltrate the Wanderer's library are still ongoing. The groups of interest in the SCP world really help to sort of bolster it up. It really makes it feel more lived in. The fact that there are oppositions, and there are so many. While some of these aren't obviously direct oppositions, the ones I have spoken about today are. And whilst we get further, you'll see that this tends to be the case for a lot. I do love that the SCP Foundation, the Foundation themselves, are not morally good. So you can actually find yourselves somewhat associating with some of these other. For today, thank you for watching.